Word on the street, Jim Harbaugh might come back to the National Football League. When you talk about names of coaches in the sport, there are a few names, James Jones, that are bigger than Jim Harbaugh's.
Yeah.
It's better to die as a hero than live long enough to become a villain. That's what I heard in Batman. I think Jim Harbaugh should leave.
You think he gone?
I think he should leave regardless. He has taken Michigan to higher heights than Michigan has been to in the last quarter century.
That's true.
It will not get better for you, Jim Harbaugh, than it is right now. You don't have to look very far. You can stay within your own conference and look at what occurred with Pat Fitzgerald, coach at Northwestern. 3 consecutive 10-win seasons. Northwestern had not seen that. Former Northwestern player gets fired because he did some things allegedly that players said happened. He's out of there. For you, Harbaugh, it ain't gonna get much better. Former Michigan player, gone back to Michigan, brought them to higher heights than they have seen in 24 years. Get out while it is great. What do you think? Should he leave?
If he wins a national championship, yes. If he loses, no. One of my favorite players, Kobe Bryant, say job not finished.
Is the job finished?
Job not finished. Job finished?
He was
Job
like,
not
is the
finished.
job finished?
Job finished, job not finished. If you lose and you don't win a national championship, for me, the job is not finished. Come back and try to accomplish this thing again next year. If you win, you have accomplished that. It's time to go accomplish this Super Bowl trophy. Because we know he wants to chase that. He's been that close, losing to his brother in the championship. If you can get back to the Super Bowl after you win a national championship, I think that will be what he is chasing. But right now, if you lose, I think he should stay. Win, hey, you got your agent that knows what he's doing in the National Football League, right? Get you to one of these good organizations. And to me, I don't care what organization it is, because Harbaugh has showed me he'll change around any organization and make them good. So whatever that may be, if you can get this done, yes, I think he should leave and go chase a Super Bowl trophy in the National Football League.
He up out of there.
He gone.
He gone.
He gone.
And maybe the job's not finished, but it ain't gonna get finished if you can't coach because you suspended, which is probably what's gonna happen. And there's probably going to be some stuff in the contract that keeps you from some of your money if that does happen. And Don Yee is a very, very good agent. He was the agent of one Tom Brady, if I'm not mistaken, who is also a Michigan man. You know, they like to keep relationships nice and tight. Not cheating, though, but alleged. He's gone. He's gone and he should go. And you're right. Get up out of there while you're the hero, because while it might not be finished, people get used to being at the top. We like it up here. We like going to national championships. Well, we're not going to a national championship because you gone for 8, 10, 11, 12 games. We're back at the bottom. We're not making the college football playoff. We don't like that. So, no. He's leaving. He's going to the NFL, as he should. Look, the NCAA is a wild, wild place. We can go down the entire list of situations that have gotten extremely sticky for different programs and set them back decades. We don't need to do it right now. I'm sure all of you are very aware of it. I don't know what's going to happen with everything in Michigan, but the fact that this is even a conversation when he has now reached the heights that he's reaching should tell you he's gone.
He should leave. They should leave. I like Harbaugh. You know, one of my best friends, man, Frank Gore, he always talked great about Harbaugh. It's funny because Brian Westbrook was the starter before me in Philadelphia. So I was a rookie. He was there, and he was showing me the ropes. And we're used to like a winning type of culture in Philadelphia. Andy Reid, right? Everybody's doing the right things. Nobody's getting fined. On time for practice. On time for meetings. He says that he goes to San Francisco. He says, Shady, I call him, how's it going over there? He's like, yo, it's the worst place in the world. They don't know how to win. They this, that, and the third. But then Harbaugh comes along, right? And Frank Gore's like, yo, this dude turned this thing around. We playing physical football. Everybody's dialed in. We want to win. And he shows you at the Niners. And what coach don't want to coach in the pros? He's already a pro guy. That's what he does. That's what he want to do. He loves the pros so much that Frank said that sometimes at practice, as the quarterback is warming up, he start warming up. When the backup quarterback's taking some reps, he start taking some reps. That's all. Yeah, he loved the NFL. So when I heard this topic, I said, oh yeah, he's out of there. He got an agent. Look, get your money and get out of there. The things you did for Michigan, they won't probably see for another 10 years. They won the Big Ten with the last, couple years, right? Yeah, he doing his job. What else you got to do? I mean, bring the championship home. If you don't bring the championship home, don't worry about it. Go get that check and go get a Super Bowl.
I also think it's just fascinating. People go from loving you to hating you, particularly in college football, very, very quickly. Dabo Swinney couldn't do nothing wrong. And championship.
Oh, yeah.
Game after game after game. All of a sudden, Trevor Lawrence leaves, and people looking at Dabo like, Is it time for him to go? Time for him to get up out of there? So it is very hard to win at a consistent level. Jim Harbaugh, they wanted him fired because he had lost 5 straight to Ohio State. They wanted him gone.
Yeah.
He's since won 3 straight versus Ohio State. Now Ryan Day, who they loved, they want him gone because he's lost 3 straight versus Michigan. Get out while you can, but here's what's most interesting. Jim Harbaugh has always coached in California, outside of Michigan. Stanford, San Fran. There's an opening in California.
San Diego with the
For the
quarterback.
Chargers.
The Chargers.
Justin Herbert, he's the quarterback there. Joy, does it make sense for Jim Harbaugh to coach the Chargers? Would that be a good job for him specifically?
Yeah, I think it is for a couple reasons. One, obviously, you have a quarterback that everybody believes can still have the potential to develop into a serious talent in the NFL, and that's a thing that everyone is looking for. 2, the California part. 3, Chargers don't have nothing that they can walk around banging on their chest about. You don't have no culture. You don't have no consistency. You can't say, oh, this is the Chargers way, or you want to hire a certain type of coach to do a certain type of thing. Because Harbaugh is a big personality. He comes with a lot of stuff. He doesn't necessarily get along with everybody all the time. Like, we know that's how he is. But he knows how to turn an organization around. So if you're going somewhere that has been through coaches and dysfunction and we can't get things right, bring somebody in who has their own identity and has done it consistently at the highest level. Everywhere might not have that. Certain places, certain organizations have a way they like to do things. They have a little more oversight with the owner. There's just dynamics and politics within the building that might not fit with everybody's personality. I can't see how the Chargers can walk to the table like, yeah, we're going to hire you, but you can't do this, this, and this.
No, they won't.
What do you have to stand on when you're in that situation? So I think it's a good situation because of Justin Herbert. I'd love to coach a talent like that. He's capable of turning places around. He's done it at the highest level. And he has a way of doing things that I don't think anybody in that building can necessarily push back on.
Yeah. Coach Harbaugh should take any job if we're talking about we all know he's leaving. Because he's shown us that it don't matter if he go to the Las Vegas Raiders. It don't matter if he go to the San Francisco 49ers. It don't matter if he go to the Chargers. His track record has showed you that wherever I go, this thing is going to get turned around. The Niners had 8 losing seasons. Harbaugh got there 3 seasons in a row with 11-plus wins. Stanford never had 12 wins in a season. His 4th season, he win 12 games. Then you go and you win 3 Big Ten championships in a row, and you in the national championship. So it don't matter where he goes or where he's at. He has a way of changing around programs and organizations. Whether it's his guys, other people's guys that was already there, he gets them to play at an extremely high level, and he changes cultures and everything around. That is what Harbaugh does. So to me, like I said, if you're going to the NFL, it don't matter what organization he goes to. I truly believe, because what we've seen with our own 2 eyes is him change around any place he's ever been.
Yeah, and I think the Chargers would be a good move for him because they got talent, right? I was thinking about even with the Niners, when he went to the Niners, they had talent, but you couldn't tell because they were losing all the time, right? He got there. One thing he's always going to bring, he's going to bring that defense.
Yes, sir.
You watch some freaking the Wolverines, they play defense. The same way they had when the Niners was in the NFL. They play defense. And then he going to run that ball. We're going to run that ball. He going to bring that culture of toughness. And the last part, I think it makes sense for the Chargers because they got a talented running back, solid offensive line. He ain't never had a quarterback like this, though.
Never, ever.
College.
Yeah.
I'm talking about pros.
Andrew Luck.
I'm talking about the pros, the big boys. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no scholarships. You got to make this team. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you had Alex Smith, you had Kaepernick. Like, imagine he would get Herbert. Right, look, I know you nice and all that, but we're going to run this ball, we're going to help you out. So now, them games that he probably couldn't win before, Herbert, where we need him to throw the ball, it's going to be more manageable now, right? And you have that defense. You talk about all them talented guys they have on defense, and y'all can't get no stops, y'all can't get no wins. He going to change that around. So Harbaugh, look, man, you got a lot going on. Matter of fact, I met his wife last week. Right, I was eating dinner at a downtown LA, right, and his wife came in, and then the friend of hers, she's a coach's wife also. She said, "You Shady McCoy?" I was like, "That's me, that's me." And she said, "Oh, I'm Harbaugh's wife, nice lady." And I said, "Listen, you guys gonna win this game," and what they do, they win it. So take my word, go get that money and go get a championship, baby.
I do think the Chargers make sense for Harbaugh, mainly because he has more equity than the quarterback. And that means a lot.
Ooh, that's true.
That means a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, they got into a feud. Because Sean Payton has more equity than Russ, Sean Payton, you good, Russ, you got to go. If you go to the Chargers and you are of lesser equity in thought than Herbert, you in trouble. Because if the Chargers fail with Harbaugh there, it ain't on Harbaugh. Now people looking at Herbert. A coach with less equity? Oh, it's the coach. But Harbaugh, like Shady, like Joy, and like James have all said, Harbaugh built up Stanford.
Hold on.
Harbaugh left. Stanford obviously has since collapsed. David Shaw's obviously gone as well. Harbaugh built up the Niners. Harbaugh left. The Niners 2 years later were 2-14. Harbaugh showed up to Michigan. Michigan was irrelevant in the national landscape of football. And now they have won 3 consecutive Big Ten championships. They beat Ohio State and they beat Alabama. Right. Find me the last program in college football to beat Ohio State and Bama in the same season. So the fact that Harbaugh's built up all these programs, if Harbaugh goes to the Chargers and the Chargers struggle, they're not looking at Harbaugh. He's been to a Super Bowl with Kaepernick, to Shady's point.
Right.
Now they better start looking at other people, but it better not be Harbaugh.
Now, that sounded good, but I can't sit here and just let you, I mean.
Go ahead.
Like, this is the NFL,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And the quarterback, he ain't Russ. He's a lot better than Russ.
Sure.
We look at Herbert like he's a top 5 talent,
Sure.
right? So I hear you saying that about having more equity. I get all that. But if they not winning, they both come in that meeting. They both come up in there. They both come up in there. I think the owner ain't just letting Herbert walk like they just let Russ walk. No. Hey, Russ, go find your new team. They're not doing it to Justin Herbert.
But let me ask you this.
Ask me. Ask me.
At the point in which the man went to a Super Bowl with Cap,
cool.
You know Harbaugh can coach. We still do not know if Herbert can win. We don't know that at all.
But we know it's a really
we sure. But we know Harbaugh can win because he don't want it Stanford at Stanford, America. Yeah. He don't want it Michigan, and he's won in the NFL. So we know Harbaugh can win at any level, with any program, with any team. We don't know if Herbert can win.
But look,
talk to
once you come to the league, all that college stuff is out the gate.
You can go NFL.
Right?
Bring that NFL stuff.
So we're bring the NFL in, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you look at Herbert overall, now I'm with you. He needs to win. Some games that he's not winning, and he has the ball in his hands. But the defense is a big problem with that, too, though.
Of course.
Since in the league, his defense hasn't been good.
Not good.
A lot of players is good on defense, but not a good defense.
Yes, sir.
So, Harbaugh, we need you to fix that problem, bro. You fix that problem, and you let Herbert do what he does normally as far as putting stats up, putting passes to wide receivers or touchdowns. That's what he does. So, all I'm saying is, if the thing don't work, right, if the relationship don't even work, it ain't just going to be Justin Herbert like, yo, you got to go. It ain't going to go like that Russell Wilson situation. That's what I'm saying. Well, they both going to sit there at the freaking principal's desk, and they going to talk this thing out.
But this is difficult, too, and this is really good, Acho, because you basically saying Harbaugh know how to coach. If it don't go right, that mean Herbert bad. But Harbaugh has changed around and made so many average quarterbacks play at a high level.
Yeah. Correct.
So you don't think he's going to take any fault for not getting Justin Herbert to play at a high level? And this is the best one you have ever had?
Here's my question. James, if you go to 4 different networks and every show on every network y'all succeed, then you come to this show in this network and you don't succeed. It can't be on you because everywhere you went, you succeeded. Harbaugh went to Stanford, not a perennial powerhouse, and he succeeded.
That's true.
He went to the Niners. They were irrelevant, and he succeeded. Then he went to Michigan, and he succeeded. Everywhere he goes, he succeeds. So if he goes to the Chargers and doesn't succeed, how can it be him?
That's why I said he has a certain brands and certain way he does things and a certain personality. And he comes in the building, you know he's in the building. The Chargers do not have any identity. This will be Justin Herbert's 3rd head coach. So I agree with you. Like, he got more equity going in there, and he's gonna have his choice too. Yeah, once he starts once this is over and the conversations, the phone starts ringing, he's gonna have his choice and options with all these openings that we're gonna have, and there are going to be a lot of them. So it's not like people aren't going to want him. He's going to be able to choose where he wants to go. And the Chargers can't come to the table. They will. It's the difference between billionaires and millionaires. We know that. But y'all have done things a certain way for a long time.
It ain't work.
And it ain't work. Yeah. So if you're going to bring somebody in that changes things around, and we know he changes things around, you got to give him the space to do that.
You said, what is it called? If you did all this good stuff and you don't do good when you were with the Chargers? Used to. 50 Cent called that. Hey, in high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? Yeah. If he don't go out and deliver, what happened to you?
You was the
we don't talk about Stanford and Michigan. What happened to you? What happened? Yeah, because if you ain't win,
they're going to say wrong hire, huh? Wrong hire.
They're going to say next.
You know, the blessing is they said he told me in my ear since I've been here, ratings up. So we good.
Shady, where they call
Don't blame me. We get numbers. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.